The Serbian national team. Are they a World Cup caliber team? History shows they kinda are. Serbia qualified for the 2010 World Cup after a disappointing end to the Euro 2008 qualifiers. They hired Radomir Antic, and with him, they won automatic qualifications to the World Cup. But they got paired up in a tough group with Ghana, Germany, and Australia, where they only ended up beating Germany 1-0 and disappointingly losing to Ghana and Australia. How do you lose to Ghana and Australia but beat Germany? But that was their first ever World Cup since the dissolution of Montenegro and Yugoslavia. Moving to the Euros of 2012, Serbia sacked Antic, I forget why, but in this group they won their first game against the Faroe Islands and the second game they drew against Slovenia. Maybe they sacked Antic because it was a political issue, because around this time things started to pop off. They bring in Vladimir Petrovic to hopefully qualify for the Euros, but his first game was a loss to Estonia. Embarrassing, but like I said, things began to pop off around this time. Then in Italy, they forfeited the game because fans were burning the Albanian flags and it was just chaos. They had to abandon the game. In the end, Serbia did not qualify for the Euros and Petrovic was sacked. He didn't even last like a whole year. So the next two major tournaments, Serbia just missed entirely. They missed the Euros and they missed the 2014 World Cup. The World Cup qualifiers in 2014, Croatia edged Serbia in their group to get the win. Hey, but at least Bosnia qualified. And then for the Euro 2016 qualifiers, Serbia failed to qualify after an abandoned match against Albania in Belgrade, where the greater Albanian flag sparked a riot inside the stadium. Politics ruin football, and Serbia is a prime example of that. But moving along though, we're not going to talk about that. Serbia did manage to qualify for the World Cup in Russia in 2018. Slavoljub Muslin became the head coach of the team to help them qualify. They had an easier qualifiers group back then, so they were expected to qualify regardless. Even though they were playing well, fans, the FA, and everyone else was upset that Milinkovic-Savic was not being called up. And due to those differences, Muslin got sacked, and then comes in Mladen Kristajic to take them to the promised land. Serbia's group in 2018 is similar to what it's going to be in 2022. Costa Rica, Brazil, and Switzerland. In 2018, Serbia won their first game against Costa Rica. Morale was high, but they would not be expected to beat Brazil, so they had to beat Switzerland to guarantee a placement in the round of 16. Serbia would end up losing to Switzerland 2-1 because of Granit Xhaka and a 90th minute Shaqiri goal.
Shaqiri scored!
They brought the Eagles out, and we know politics. They kill the sport, but this fueled them.
They have now scored twice in this second half.
So then Serbia lose to Brazil 2-0, and that would end their World Cup run. And then the Euro qualifiers continue to be a struggle for Serbia. Group stages were rough, but they made it to the playoffs but ended up losing to Scotland on penalties. So Serbia may be a World Cup team, but they're definitely not a European Cup team. Serbia have yet to qualify for a Euro Cup since independence. Their last Euro participation was in 2000 when they were part of Yugoslavia. Bosnia have never qualified for the Euro, so they're in the same boat with them. But World Cup 2022. Serbia, are they the dark horses? Missing only one World Cup since 2006. Do they have what it takes to move on and win? History shows they can't get out of the group stages, and with the same group as the last World Cup, they might have a similar outcome. Brazil is too strong. Switzerland got older players, but they're still a decent side. But this qualifying run is a different qualifying run. Something felt different. Dragan Stojkovic, known as Pixie, becomes the new coach for this run. And it was one hell of a run. They start off with a win against Ireland, 3-2. They come back to draw Portugal 2-2 after a controversial goal line clearance. They beat Azerbaijan 2-1. They beat Luxembourg 4-1. Draw Ireland 1-1. Beat Luxembourg 1-0. They beat Azerbaijan again 3-1. And all they needed to do was beat Portugal to qualify for the World Cup yet again. So what happened? I got this jersey right here. Serbia, momci moji, komšije iz druge zemlje. Moramo pobediti ovu utakmicu. Portugal, they're trash, bro. Who's Ronaldo? I'm gonna give it to Serbia. 2-1. I'm sorry, Portugal, but come on. Always za Srbiju. Idemo za Srbijom. Hajmo! We predicted it, and it happened. Serbia, the dark horses, are back in the World Cup. Stronger than ever. Aleksandar Mitrovic is setting championship records for Fulham, scoring 43 goals in a single season of the second-tier English League football in 43 games. That's one goal a game. And not only has he scored 43 goals for Fulham, he's won the English Championship Player of the Season. Mitro's on fire! Na 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 na. Mitro's on fire! Mitro is literally on fire, and if this form continues, he can be the reason they go farther in the World Cup. But you can't forget the other people on Serbia. You got people like Dusan Vlahovic, a rising star, playing tremendously for Juventus. That's two strikers you got to be scared of on Serbia. Then you got the midfielder, Dusan Tadic, Milinkovic-Savic. Serbia is a strong team. They can pull through to the round of 16. This could be Serbia's year. Do they have what it takes? Or do they end up like they did in 2018, out of the group stages? Or in the previous years, out of the group stages? Can they get past the group stages? Qatar can't come soon enough. I'm looking forward to see how far Serbia can go. Let me know in the comments below what you think and how far they can go. Until next time, this has been your boy Irfan. Ciao.